up the mics. They're getting ready to talk and record, and it's a goal. They've recording another episode. Yeah. Welcome to Battle School Dropouts.
Football.
Yeah. Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Battle School Dropouts. This week we're going to be talking about everybody's new favorite soccer/football anime, Blue Lock.
That's right.
I'm Stew.
And I'm Bakari. And I'm just kicking it.
Kicking it. Ooh.
Yeah.
You can get the lock out of here for that one. So hey man, how's it going?
Good. I feel like all out of practice. It's like,
I know
it's been a minute.
Yeah. My computer's so I think we recorded the Utena episode like I feel like 2 months ago.
Something like that.
Yeah. We've been on a little bit of a break here. The holidays. Also, my computer's broken.
Also, I got COVID.
Oh, yeah.
Again, I got COVID again.
You got COVID.
Yeah.
And then like a couple weeks later, I just got sick with something else completely different.
Yeah.
So we've just been unhealthy.
Fucking up. Yeah. That's the holidays for you.
Yeah, I know. Dude, I was so mad. I got, so my job didn't have the 26th off, but I was like, I don't want to go to work. So I was like planning for weeks. Like I'm going to call in sick.
Yeah.
That's what's going to happen. And then I legitimately got sick, like really to the point that I ended up needing the 27th off as well.
Damn.
Yeah.
Hey, you got a little extra.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. That
I'm like
sucks though.
all out of PTO, but otherwise good to go.
That like taking an actual sick day where you're like actually sick and can't do anything fun because you're too fucking sick. Like that does suck.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
No, I'm a big fan of the like card game Arkham Horror.
Yeah.
And it's like a solo tabletop game. And I was like, I'm going to play that on my day off. I'd been like planning it. And then like I sat up to like play it and I started like thinking in my head just started throbbing. I was like, no, I'm just going to watch anime instead.
That's rough.
Yeah, it's real. How did you get through COVID?
It was all right. I mean, you kept me company virtually a little bit with some Dark Tide. We played that Warhammer 40K Dark Tide game quite a bit.
That game's so good.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And just had to put up with me hacking and wheezing into the mic constantly.
I know. Yeah, your like sinuses really seemed like they got fucked.
I was pretty fucked up for a minute. It was pretty brief though. Like and the majority, like the real bad part happened like over the weekend, which I mean, that's not a good thing for me. I don't like that, but like in the interest of saving my PTO hours for when I can do fun stuff. Yeah, I guess that's okay.
Yeah. Cause I know at least in California, all the like you get 2 weeks off, if you get COVID or
so that actually
like that.
Ended.
Yeah.
The beginning of this month.
Yeah. December 31st was like the last day.
Yeah. So I chose, I had to get that last COVID bit in because I got that in. Like,
good.
It was like the second to last week of December. I was like, it's COVID time. Let's go.
All right.
Yeah. You smoke them if you got them, right?
Yeah. I know. Yeah, man, I wish I would have got COVID. I could have used a break.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, it says something about your job where you're like, man, I wish I got like a potentially deadly disease instead of having to go to work.
Well, you should have. If you wanted COVID, you should have just said so. I mean, I got you last time.
Yeah. No, dang it. All right. Yeah. Well, when you get it for a third round, hit me up.
I got you. Don't you worry. Yeah.
But
I mean, I tried the super spreader event. I played a show the night before I found out I had COVID. And I was hugging on people. I was hanging out, doing all sorts of social stuff. Nobody else got it. I had to message like a dozen people. Hey, I have COVID. Get tested. Nobody got it.
No. Yeah.
Which is like, it's like all those unpleasant, like, hey, I might've gotten you really sick. Sorry. Hee. But like, I had to go through all that unpleasant stuff. And I guess it's a good thing that nobody got it, but it feels like a waste now,
Yeah. It's definitely something you have to do. But like, I hate sending that text message where it's like, hey, sorry, I ran into somebody who just tested positive. You guys should check. Like I had to message like I saw somebody on a Tuesday played D&D on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
And then like Wednesday night, that person was like, hey, I got COVID. So I had to hey guys, I know we just saw each other. Turns out I got exposed. And everybody was fine, but it was like,
yeah. You just feel like a dick, even though it's like there's not really anything you can do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it feels like I did something wrong.
Yeah.
You know, like I feel like it's similar to like when I get too drunk and like I fuck something up and I have to like message people like, hey, I'm really sorry I did that.
Yeah.
It feels like that, but like, I don't know, you can't do anything about it. It's fucking COVID.
It's just one of those things.
Yeah.
Speaking of getting too drunk and fucking stuff up, though, we've been at Sacanime.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the theme of this weekend.
Yeah.
I feel like this is the last time I can do what we did. I couldn't even do what we did.
Yeah.
I didn't.
We're living on borrowed time here already.
Yeah. Yeah. That was a lot. We, made a few drinks, then we made a few more drinks, and then we kept drinking those drinks. And then the end of Sacanime is just this blur of like food and yelling.
Yeah. It's a fun time though.
Yeah.
It's we watched people beat the fuck out of each other with foam weapons.
Yeah.
That was neat.
That's my new favorite thing to do at Sacanime now.
Yeah.
Because I like Sacanime, but there's not that much to do if you're not shopping.
And there's not that much fighting. Is the problem.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
But the foam fighting, they had a foam fighting tournament and people went all out for it. And it was great. Like we watched a guy with like a fedora and just the absolute like Reddit body battle some dude who's like was obscenely skinny and shirtless.
Yeah.
Just long
The
hair,
Dark Knight.
mustache. Yeah, exactly. It's like, this is the duel we've all been waiting for.
And there was that like kind of what's his name, the guy what played Zorro, Antonio, there's an Antonio Banderas looking guy there in leather pants holding his foam sword like it was a saber or a rapier, and he was doing pretty good.
That guy
the shield
ruled.
meta kind of overpowered him. There is the problem.
Yeah, that's the
Shields
thing.
are OP.
Yeah, if you're in a foam war with other foam people, it seems like shields are really good.
Yeah.
It's like the downside of a shield in real life is that it's really heavy.
Exactly.
You know, because you want something heavy to block a big chunk of metal coming your way.
Of course, yeah.
But a foam shield can't be that heavy.
No.
Yeah.
No. I wonder, we only saw one guy. So they had a big foam warhammer, like just a big old fucking club of a weapon, and only one guy used it. But I have to wonder, like, because we found out once the tournament started that there were different classifications of weapons that had different like basically had different stats. Like it seems as though like if you blocked too many hits with a shield, like too many hits from a particular class of weapon, you'd have to drop the shield and go on without it. I have to wonder, maybe the Warhammer was the answer to the shield meta and people just didn't catch on.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
That was the funny thing too. Like I thought it was just going to be people whacking on each other with foam swords, and instead there are so many rules.
Yeah.
You know, like like the obvious stuff, you get hit in like your arm, you can't use that arm anymore. Okay. But like, okay, if the shield gets hit by this type of weapon this many times, they have to drop the shield.
Yeah.
You know, if you attack somebody with this foam weapon, it has to hit them in this angle. Like you can't stab somebody with like specific weapons.
Yeah.
You have to like cut them, and it's like, okay, interesting.
And then at the end, they introduced the raid bosses, the three kings with their black armor.
Yeah, there were like guys who were referees the whole time.
Yeah,
and they just had like a pretty good looking armor, I guess.
Yeah.
But they got a bunch of bonus rules that I was definitely overpowered.
It seemed that way, but the guys they were up against, the 5 winners of the tournament, they did manage to like clinch one out at the very end there. It was a bonus round. It didn't count. They did the winners totally lost against the 3 kings, but I mean, they got a round in, so that's something. Yeah. Yeah. They got their salty run back. That's good. I'm happy for them.
But yeah, that was, I think, maybe my highlight of stuff to do, because I like Sacanime, but I don't like the panels that are like voice actor panels.
Yeah. Unless I'm really interested in the voice actor.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of a voice actor whose panel I would go and see right this moment. Christina V, I guess.
I'm a big Christopher Sabat fan.
Oh, yeah.
He did like Vegeta and stuff like that. And even that, like his panel, like it was a part of a My Hero Academia panel.
Because he's All Might, right?
He's All Might, yeah. And that, so he was there with a few other people.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's the same. Sacanime has no moderation for questions or anything. So it's always like, hey guys, it's me from the My Hero forums. Shout out to my fellow hero heads. Hey, just wanted to let you get, they're either self-promoting.
This isn't really a question, more of an observation, but I noticed in My Hero season 3, episode 12 that, I gotcha.
Mm-hmm. It's that kind of stuff, or like these weird hypotheticals, or they ask him to sign something. And it's like, you have this wealth of knowledge in front of you. These are all voice actors kind of at like the top of their game.
Yeah.
And nobody's asking them questions beyond like the only voice actor question that ever gets asked is like, how do you get into voice acting?
Yeah. I did see one at a Sacanime long ago. I think maybe even that same one where I saw that that the Kenshin get crippled by the Sephiroth or whatever. I did long ago when they was still at the Red Lion Hotel for the listeners. I was at a Sacanime. I was still in high school, and a Kenshin cosplayer and a Sephiroth cosplayer had a katana fight in the parking lot with their actual metal katanas. And the Kenshin got hospitalized. He had to leave the convention. And the Sephiroth got a stern talking to, but hey, they were both willing combatants, so you know what he signed up for.
Shouldn't have done it, but good on you.
Yeah,
way to win.
Hey, he was the victor. He decides how history is written. But at that very same Sacanime, I saw Spike Spencer. Yeah, Spike Spencer, who voices Shinji in the Evangelion dub, among some other characters. He's like Little Boy in Spriggan. He's like some other. He's like Shinji and a bunch of psychos. Like that's his resume. And also the main character of that Mare anime that nobody liked, March and Awakens Romance. Anyway, he did a pretty good panel on just like it wasn't just a Q&A. Like he actually did like a pretty good oration on like, how he got started in voice acting and sort of like the history of his career and like the ups and downs and struggles and stuff like that. And I think like at the end of that, it was like 20, 25 minutes of him talking. And then like at the end of that, nobody had the like, how do you get into voice acting question? Because he told them exactly how he got into voice acting. And I remember he actually got some pretty like interesting and helpful questions and stuff. It was a very enjoyable panel. That is the only like categorically good voice actor panel I've ever been to.
Yeah, because that's the thing is like none of those guys show up, or at least for the most part, show up with like a presentation or something like that.
Yeah.
Like they're just there and they're going to answer questions and then they're going to leave. And yeah, it just, I don't know. The quality of the questions are never quite there.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, that's like half of what you can do at Sacanime. Like most of the panels are that stuff.
Yeah. Charles Martinet isn't still coming to Sacanime, is he?
I don't think he's been since lockdown, but actually he was a really good panel.
I bet I never made it to a Charles Martinet panel, sadly. Like I really wanted to every time. And it's just like it was just never in the cards.
He's so like positive that it's infectious.
I believe it.
Yeah, he's like such a nice guy to listen to, and he just seems really like happy about what he's doing. He seems to really love his job.
Yeah,
and all that. So yeah, he was like, I left like feeling really good.
I believe it. Yeah. And it's kind of a surprise that he's come to Sacanime so many times, considering like Anime LA is a much bigger panel or convention. And I think usually happens on the same weekend. Like a lot of the time. It was this weekend.
Yeah, it was this weekend. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like good on him for, coming to the smaller one.
Yes.
Sometimes.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah. Cause that was the thing. A lot of the pools weren't as big this year. And they had like Avatar, The Last Airbender cast and stuff. So they had some pretty good ones, but I was like,
they had the Yellow Ranger from Power Rangers Time Force.
Yeah.
She was there signing autographs in the artist alley or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Which was funny because there is like a whole autograph section and then she had her own like booth that she must have paid for to have.
Yeah.
So
always be grinding.
Always be grinding.
Yeah,
I guess.
Always be plugging. Yeah. Addendum. I would also love to see a panel by Terry Doty, who I think she does a lot more like agency management type stuff. Like she doesn't do as much voice acting these days, but she's notably to me, the voice actress who does the main character, Moriko from, oh my God, the name of it. Recovery of an MMO Junkie. I think she's phenomenal. I listen to her podcast even. So yeah.
You're a big fan of that anime.
Yeah. I watched that. I think maybe it was while I had COVID. I watched it at some point and just like, I turned on an episode out of curiosity, shotgunned the whole thing, like didn't even get up at any point. I don't think I went to the bathroom or anything. And then I did the same thing like the following day. Like really liked that one.
Full of shit watching anime.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that stuff's kind of interesting because there was a panel with Steve Bloom and I can't remember her name, unfortunately, but she was like the director of the English voice cast for Cowboy Bebop.
Oh, okay.
And she also voiced, and I can't remember her name, but the blonde love interest character in Cowboy Bebop. I'm asking the wrong guy because you've not really watched Cowboy Bebop.
You can't just throw my dirty laundry out there on the podcast.
I think you've said it before.
Yeah, probably. I have not watched Cowboy Bebop to completion in any language. And when I do, it'll probably be in like Portuguese or something. I don't know. I want to. I like Cowboy Bebop. I like Shinichiro Watanabe. I've seen every other Shinichiro Watanabe anime except Cowboy Bebop. Yeah.
But anyways, she was really interesting. She like, even though there were definitely some really fucking cringy questions, like getting that view into what it was like to be a voice actor in the 90s for anime is like so interesting.
Totally.
You know, because it feels like it's such a Wild West kind of thing.
Yeah. Cowboys.
Yeah. These guys are cowboy bebopping all over the place.
How about that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sacanime was pretty fun.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Yeah. I can't. This is the 30-year-old anime man podcast.
Sure
I can't drink like that anymore.
No.
I gotta. That's it. That
was a real come to God moment. That was our last hurrah.
Yeah, that was that. I'm done for. No more Gatorade vodkas. No more flasks. I'm too old. I was playing a young man's game and I'm paying for it.
we're all Danny Glover now. We're too old for this shit.
Because so Saturday got too drunk. Sunday I didn't drink a drop, but the whole time we were wandering around like the vendors hall, like looking at stuff, I was like, I'm gonna fall asleep. Like I got like a decent amount of sleep and all that. It's just like my whole body was just fucking drained from the event the day before.
Yeah. I did not I felt like just fine pretty much like most of the day until we were waiting for a table to open up at the ramen place. So we went to the bar nearby and like I was like, I'll get a little beer. Why not? You know, just might as well buy something if we're gonna, you know, fuck around for 40 minutes. And like I took like a sip of it and I was like, this is a terrible idea. Oh, what am I doing?
Yeah, I've been there. Like that whole like hair of the dog thing just has never worked for me. Like anytime I touch alcohol the next day after like heavy drinking, I feel terrible. It's like my body just is sapped of all energy.
Yeah, and it was a pretty light. I think it was like 5% or something like that. It wasn't it wasn't that I was like feeling drunk again or anything. I was just like, this sucks. I don't like this one bit. It was tasty. I liked the beer was good, but like it was not good for me.
Yeah, your body was not ready for it.
Yeah. I knew like I had a coworker back when I worked at the bowling alley arcade, she would like come in super hungover and she'd have like those little, you know, the little liquor bottles you get on airplanes.
Yeah.
She just had those like in her purse for just such an occasion. She'd like whip one out of like tequila or gin or whatever and just like slug it right there behind the snack bar. And then she's like, all right, all better. And I was like, and I think she at the time was probably in her early 30s, if I had to guess.
Wow.
Yeah. This is, you know, 12 years ago or something. But yeah, so like that was my like, when I get that age, I know what to do. And now you're full of shit, lady.
Yeah.
It doesn't work.
Some people can just keep going. And the hangovers are too bad. I'm in too bad of shape that the hangovers just like these might not even be in the grand scheme of hangovers, like deadly hangovers whatever.
Mine was super weak today, but I'm too weak for it.
Yeah. My tummy's been upset the whole day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Real. Like I've been eating Tums just all fucking day.
The ramen was good though. It was really,
God, that ramen was good. Right.
Yeah, that was a wonderful time.
Yeah. No, nothing. I love weebing it up fully.
Where else are you going to go for lunch, you know, after the anime convention?
Yeah,
right?
Exactly. Yeah, like we ate ramen, there was like sushi there, like everything. And like, I mean, that's my favorite bowl of ramen at this place that I'm not going to name no, fuck it. We're not famous. Kodaiko. Go to Kodaiko, people.
Yeah. It gets the official Battle School Dropouts seal of approval.
Yeah.
Kodaiko ramen in on K Street.
K Street. Yeah. And if you're out there, Kodaiko, hey, you ever want to slide us a gift card or whatever? I mean, let us record an episode with some ramen. All right.
We are a dirt cheap sponsor.
Yeah.
We will do anything for anything. You could slide us a $5 gift card and we'll make a whole podcast episode about it. It doesn't matter.
We are so ready to sell out at a moment's notice.
And sell out for cheap.
Yeah. But speaking of weebing it up, so my computer's been broken like the last 2 weeks probably, and just like completely out of commission.
Yeah, just very anime. I think that happened in Lane once.
Yeah. And she was like, I don't know what to do with myself. So like I was editing a music video. I was, doing stuff for this podcast. And now that's all just kind of like, well, up until I get my computer fixed, that's the end of that.
Yeah.
And so I've just been watching anime and reading manga. I've been reading so much fucking manga.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I've been reading Mob Psycho. I read Blue Lock, which is why I wanted to do Blue Lock today.
That's right.
Or I read the first volume of Blue Lock, I should say.
Stu's a big BL fan.
BL. Love my I love BLs. I love BMs. It's all great.
Yeah. Baby mamas, bowel movements.
Bowel movements.
Hey, there you
go.
There's so many things that can stand for.
But yeah. I've also, so this is all leading into here's my phone. I have been, I don't hide it on this podcast, I'm a big classic Yu-Gi-Oh fan.
Yeah, that you are.
I love Yugi. I love Joey, Tristan, Taya, all that jazz. Huge fan.
Mm-hmm.
Following that up, there's a show called Yu-Gi-Oh! GX that I've never touched up until like these couple weeks.
Same. Yeah.
And it's like 2004. It's Yu-Gi-Oh! The Next Generation. Like it takes place like 10 years later. It takes place out of school.
Are characters from the original series of Yu-Gi-Oh! Like present in it?
So Yugi pops up at one point and gives the main character a card, a winged Karibo. But you don't even ever see his face. He's just kind of like, and then he disappears.
Does he get taller? Is this Yugi or is this Yu-Gi-Oh?
This is Yu-Gi-Oh.
Okay.
Tall
does he
big
grow
guy.
into Yu-Gi-Oh, do you think?
I'm gonna go with yes,
because
but
he's
I don't
gonna be
know.
in his 20s or something. Like he's gonna have the deep voice and be taller ostensibly. Right?
I don't know. There's an answer here because I haven't actually finished classic Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh, okay.
I'm super close to the end and I just didn't finish.
Reasonable.
Like with all anime.
Yeah.
So there's that. There's like some movies you could watch to figure all this shit out.
Sure.
Anyways, Yu-Gi-Oh! GX is like peak for kids, like dub change, all that jazz.
Yeah.
So Bakari, you love when animes change the names of characters.
It's my favorite thing, and I've tweeted about that. About how it's my favorite thing.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna play a game here, and you at home can play along with us.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
see if you can beat me. You won't.
Yeah. Let's see the score. I'm gonna read you the Japanese names of some of the characters in this show.
All right.
And I want you to guess what their English name is.
Okay.
Right.
I can't do that because I'm not gonna guess because I'm gonna know. I don't know now. But I will when you ask. It'll just come to me.
Yeah, it's gonna
smell it.
So here's the main character.
All right, hit me.
We'll start out small. His real name is, or his Japanese name is Judai Yuki.
Wait, I actually know this one. It's like Jaden, isn't it?
It's Jaden.
All right.
Okay.
I just remembered that Slumdog Millionaire style, but swear on God, the rest of these I have no idea.
You were not lying when you said.
I told you I'd fucking know.
You'd fucking know.
I'm here for it. I'm ready.
He's got a friend who's
a little blue fucker.
The little blue fucker.
Yeah.
Who has the worst monsters I've ever seen.
They do suck.
It's like one of them's like a cop car with like car eyes, like from Cars, but somehow worse. Okay, so his name is Sho Marufuji.
Sho Marufuji.
What is his 4 kids English name?
Sean.
Do you want to guess the last name too?
Miller.
Sean Miller. That's a really good guess. It's Cyrus Truesdale.
Fuck off, Cyrus.
Cyrus.
That
Truesdale.
Little shit is named Cyrus.
Yep.
Oh my God. That sucks. I hate that. Mine was better.
Yeah. Okay, so you're 1 for 1
too
now.
late to change it.
I know, right? Reach out back in time to this 20-year-old anime.
Yeah. We got to reprint it. Yeah, remaster.
Let's see. There's a female duelist in the show.
Okay.
Her name in Japanese is Asuka Tenjoin. Or Tenjoin. So what is her English for kids name?
Is she more of a Taya who's like with the gang, or is she more of a Mai who like, is she a villain at first? Is she a bad guy? Or is she part of the gang at first?
She's more like, if kind of fills a similar role to Taya, but more of like, I'm actually also going to be the best duelist in the world.
Active. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, cool. Because Taya like knows how to play the game, I think, but like doesn't do shit ever.
Yeah, she's in a couple duels. And it's actually kind of funny. Her, like, this character's whole thing is like, I'm here, I'm at this duel school, like that, because it all takes place at a duelist academy.
Yeah.
She's there to be a really good duelist and learn to do all this stuff.
Yeah.
And she is constantly being kidnapped by other duelists and has to be rescued via duel. It's like, this should be her thing.
Yeah. You should be fighting for your freedom, lady.
I got a lot of beef with GX so
that's
far.
Reasonable. Taya does kick ass at a rhythm game at one point. She like some DDR style thing. Remember that episode? She and Yugi go on a date.
Yes.
And then this punk is like, bet you can't beat me at DDR. And she's like, yes, I can. And then she proceeds to do exactly that.
That's such a weird episode, because it's like Yugi's like, my tall pharaoh version needs to go on a date with you so that he can feel better about himself or something like that.
Yeah, that didn't make a whole lot of sense. And the pharaoh, he's like reluctant. Like Yugi does the transformation, and then the pharaoh guy is like, "Why am I here? Oh no,
this isn't Duel Monster."
Yeah, that's one duel I can't win.
Battle City arc rules.
Yeah,
but man, does it lose a thread towards the end.
It sure does.
Okay. Anyways,
okay. Asuka Tenjoin is her name.
Yeah,
okay.
Asuka Tenjoin. I assume that's the pronunciation. First name, last name. They all have first name, last name.
Alice Tennyson.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's Alexis Rhodes.
Rhodes.
Of
course.
Yeah. Of course.
Alexis. That makes sense. Rhodes I don't quite get, but okay. That makes some sense. RHODES? Like the electric piano?
Yes, okay. RHODES.
Okay, all right.
Okay, and let's do this last one.
It's better than Cyrus fucking what's his ass though. That sucks.
Cyrus what's his ass?
That sucks. I hate that.
Then this is like kind of the rival guy.
Is that like the Kaiba?
Yeah, but like more mean.
More
and
mean than
Kaiba. Yeah.
Dang.
More evil, I would say.
Is Asuka supposed to be like, no, Jaden is kind of the Joey, isn't he? It's like if Joey was a protagonist. Because Jaden doesn't transform or anything.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah.
Jaden's kind of weird. I would say, yeah, he's kind of a combination of Yugi and Joey, but he is so fucking headstrong, like fully all the way, never a doubt in his mind that he's going to win or have a really good time getting his ass kicked.
Yeah, because Cyrus looks kind of like this season's Yugi, but like the Yugi in which he's just the kid who keeps getting bullied and like never really progresses past that.
Actually, yeah, I guess it's kind of, I hadn't thought about it till right now, but it is kind of a reverse dynamic of classic Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah. Huh. That's what I always gathered from the picture anyway.
No, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I can follow that.
Sick.
Okay. So this guy's the rival type. He's an elitist. He's a real jerk. And his name is in Japanese. I'm going to fuck this up so bad. Jun Manjoimi.
Manjoimi, I guess.
Manjoimi. Yeah.
Okay. I've never heard that name before.
Me neither.
John is too easy. All right. I know better now.
Yeah. I'll give you a little bonus. It's not John.
Okay. I appreciate that.
Yeah. If you can guess this one, you are telepathic. I'll also say that.
And the other ones are like kind of dramatic in a dumb American way. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
June Manjoini.
Manjoimi. Yeah.
Manjoimi. That's a strange name. Never heard that one.
Yeah.
Wait. They don't change his name.
Ooh,
Trick question.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
You are incorrect.
Fuck.
June Manjoimi is Chaz Princeton.
Chaz Princeton.
Chaz Princeton.
My God. Isn't that the name of Toro y Moi? Like that is the guy's first name. Because it occurred to me that Kaiba, they don't change it. Like his name is Seto Kaiba in both, isn't it?
Actually, I don't know for sure, but I think so.
I think so.
Because I remember when I was working on Good Bad Dub a long time ago, that's where I learned all of their actual names.
Yeah.
Prior to that, I just knew them as the 4Kids versions.
Yeah.
It's Yugi and I guess Kaiba. Grandpa?
OG-chan, I guess.
Oh yeah, OG-chan. Yeah, they don't call him that in the show, I guess.
Fuck, I knew their names at one point.
Yeah, can you do this one?
Joey was like, I think Joey was just Joichi, right?
Yeah, like Joichi, yeah.
Taya was like was something completely different. It was like
Taya and Tristan are very different.
Yeah. Taya had like a Ko name, like a name with Ko at the end. It was like Hanako or something like that, wasn't it?
I believe it's Anzu.
It is Anzu. Fuck. Yeah, it totally is.
Yeah.
I don't remember Tristan. I don't fucking remember anything about Tristan in the original, like in what I did watch.
Yeah. I like Tristan a lot. He has more of a role as like the guy who fights stuff in the later scene. Like that's
like physically, like his fight stuff. Cool.
Yeah, like when monsters start showing up, he's just like, whoa, we gotta get out of here, guys.
That rules.
His Japanese name is Honda. Yeah. I believe. Yeah. I think I got that right. Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. Anyways, GX kind of sucks. So
sounds like it.
I'm like 16 episodes in without even realizing it. And nothing is like episode 2 of Classic. Grandpa gets sucked into a TV. And they're like, we got to go to Duelist Kingdom to save Grandpa.
After having a heart attack in episode 1, he's having a shitty fucking week.
Yes, he is. Like the stakes are there immediately, whereas like GX is like still fucking around.
Really?
Yeah, 16 episodes in, and the stakes are like there's like a teacher who wants to get Jaden expelled. So he's like a mean, evil teacher.
Oh, okay. And he's going to do so by having him stake his place at the school on a Yu-Gi-Oh game or a Duel Monsters game
over and over. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Basically.
The teacher is trying to get him expelled by like having other people duel him. Oh,
yeah. Because to get into the school, you had to duel your way in, essentially. And
wait. Is this a school for Duel Monsters?
Yeah.
I feel like this is a buried lead here. I thought this was just like, we're going to school and then we play cards sometimes. No, they're at a Duel Monsters school.
Yeah, Duelist Academy. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. It's started by Kaiba. It's on like a fucking island in the middle of nowhere.
Of course it is.
And
fucking guy.
It's incredibly classist.
Of course.
It really establishes, they never explicitly say it, but it seems like the canon in Yu-Gi-Oh is when someone plays a card, it looks like kind of how it looks. Like there is no text on it. You just have to know what the card does.
Oh, yeah.
So that's why people are constantly getting caught off guard. Like, I didn't know the card would do that.
Because you didn't just memorize every fucking card beforehand.
Yeah. And there's a character who plays a card wrong. Like he should play it in defense mode. He plays it in attack mode.
Yeah.
So its ability doesn't trigger. And his dad goes like, you need to study harder so that you could know that you should have played him in defense mode. It's like, how does he not? It's in his deck. Like, how does he not know what his own cards
do?
Is
fucking up.
He can't just read them?
I was wondering so I guess that doesn't quite still do it. But like, I wondered, you know, in this world where the card there's nothing printed on the cards and you just have to know, like what if Pegasus's like Toontown cards did, because okay, this has been a fucking stick in my cross in 6th grade. The Toontown, the field card, does not at any point state that Toon monsters are invulnerable from damage.
Yeah.
That's not a part of their effect.
Yeah.
But that's how it works in the episode.
Yeah.
When Pegasus plays them. And this kid I fucking went to middle school with had the Toontown cards and insisted that they did. And I was like, no, you lose. You lose. I'm about to attack. I'm about to do enough damage to drain your life points. And he's like, no, dude, I have Toontown. I have the Toon Blue Eyes or whatever. That means he can't get hit. And I was like, show me on the card where it says that. And he's like, haven't you seen the show? I was like, yes, but it's not. And we had that. We just like yelled at each other about that until the lunch bell rang and we never talked about it again. But that's bullshit.
You're still mad.
Still mad. I'm 31 years old.
We started this podcast for this reason.
Fuck that kid. I don't remember anything about him other than that fact. Like, there's no face, there's no name, nothing. What I was meaning to get to, though, was I wonder if at any point in the series a character like plays a card, like an obscure card, and like makes up an effect for it, knowing that no one's going to be able to call him on it.
Well, it seems like because they all play with dual discs and things like that.
Oh, right.
And that seems to regulate the rules.
That makes sense.
Right. So it doesn't seem like anybody's cheating in that way.
Yeah.
People find other ways to cheat.
Of course.
But usually it involves stealing rare cards.
Spraying your cards with perfume.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Which isn't really actually much of a cheat. She just does like a little magic trick over.
Well, I also love like each card has a different smell. But if they were in a stack, that wouldn't work.
No, yeah. She's like standing over them, like, with her nose is a good, however tall she is, like 3 feet away from the cards. Mm-hmm. I don't think you could smell directionally like that. I don't think that's how smell works.
No, I don't think so.
Unless you're like a Looney Tune and there's like a pie on a windowsill and then you know exactly where it's from. But that's different.
It's such a good gimmick, though.
It is.
That's the thing in watching GX that I really appreciate about the classic series is the classic just kind of does whatever the fuck it wants and you just roll with it and it's great.
Yeah.
And this new one is like almost like it feels like they were like, well, we can't 100% make it like the actual game, but we can make it closer. And now that they're like closer to the rules and people are like saying what their cards do and cards are like really consistent about what they do as well, the duels are so much more boring.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
Yeah. They have to actually follow rules and stuff. Like at one point, Yugi fucking attacks. He does an attack on a floating fortress that then damages the levitation ring and causes the floating fortress to fall onto the other monsters. Mm-hmm. There is nothing in the card's description that says that, but like it's dramatic, right?
Yes.
I toppled your fucking castle and it fell on all your monsters and now you're fucked.
Yes.
You can't do that if you actually know how the rules work. Yeah.
Yeah. Or like when he battles Mako and he uses his Stone Guardian to like stab the moon.
Rules.
Yeah. And it's like and it destroys all the high tide fish monsters, basically.
Yeah, I think I remember that.
There's like cards that were released later that are like, if you control Stone Guardian, you can destroy one field effect card,
try to tie it in.
Yeah, but like, who gives a shit? Like that was just really fun in that show.
Yeah. Like if it made sense, it would work in the show.
Yeah.
Not in the card game, but it would work in the show.
Yeah, it's this. I think the classic has the benefit of like, I don't think when the guy was writing the manga, he was like thinking about making a realistic card game with it.
I have to like,
I could be wrong, but
like probably you're not wrong, but like also like Yu-Gi-Oh from the ground up is like, it's one of those things that's made to sell merch,
Yeah.
So I'm like, you couldn't have not thought this was going to be a card game,
Yeah. The only thing I started reading the Yu-Gi-Oh manga and like,
I hear that's a lot more intense.
Well, I'm reading like the Duel Monsters version, so I'm not reading like, because there's like whatever it's called, like Zero Season, I think people call it, where it's like Yugi isn't playing Duel Monsters, he's playing like games.
Oh
with
yeah,
people,
because he's the king of games.
He's the king of
Duel Monsters.
Exactly, and he's like going around just fucking taking souls and fucking people up and all that. Yeah, that's way more grim. This other one, my biggest beef with Yu-Gi-Oh classic manga or whatever, it's so fucking horny.
Horny?
Yeah.
There's nothing horny about anything Yu-Gi-Oh.
I know.
Like Mai is, I guess, kind of a sexy design.
There's like one part where like Yugi imagines up like Anzu's skirt and there's like a panty shot kind of thing.
Yugi does?
Yeah.
Like little Yugi?
Little Yugi.
That's great.
Yeah. It's something like that. There's another like grandpa, like Anzu comes over to the game shop with Yugi and grandpa's there. And he's like, wow, you've grown, Anzu, especially in your bust. And it's like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he's just he's from a different time,
Yeah.
It was normal to say that to high schoolers back in my day. God.
Yeah.
That's why it got fucking locked into VHS.
Yeah, honestly, keep him there.
Yeah.
Don't rescue Grandpa.
Yeah. Pretty problematic. He had to go.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm not going to continue reading it. It's like,
understandable.
It also looks weird as hell. Like, if you get a chance, like, take a look at it. It's super, like, everybody's proportions are fucking wonky as shit.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. They are a little like clampy just in general. Like really lanky, big heads, big hands, and just like super long fucking arms and legs.
Yeah, it feels like bootleg Clamp to me.
I could see that.
Love Yu-Gi-Oh, but holy shit, that opening of that manga is rough.
It's a complicated history.
Mm-hmm.
I've been playing, like, just bouncing around through so many video games. I don't really know which one to bring up during the what we've been doing.
Yeah.
Part.
What have any been jumping out at you? You beat anything lately?
So Felicia and I are like, we have not beaten, but we are about to beat God of War 2018. Like, we're on the last boss fight right now, I'm pretty sure. And it was really late by the time we got there. It was like let's do one more thing and then we're done for the night. And then like that one more thing got us into what seems to be the final boss fight. It's like, well, all right, let's not do all that, because Baldur's got too much goddamn health. Spoilers, shit. We'll put a little, I don't know, we'll put a little thing of the spoilers for a game that came out 4 years ago, whatever. This is my first time playing through God of War 2018, or really any God of War, and I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, I really like that game.
Yeah.
We were talking about it a little bit over the weekend, and I think you brought up a good point that it's not a character action game like Devil May Cry. It is like, it's like a brawler. You know? Like, you go into a room, you fight some guys, you go to the next room.
Yeah. And like me personally, I think you give up your Devil May Cry-esque status the moment you have a skill tree.
Yeah.
Like RPG points and like equipment and things.
And crafting.
Because like, I mean, Devil May Cry, like Dante and stuff have like equipment in so far as like he gets different swords or weapons throughout the games, but like each one is its own moveset. Like, that's it. It's not like you get this sword and it does 20 more damage or whatever. Like, it's a whole new thing.
Yeah. And I'm so tired of like looting in games and stuff like that. Like, just give me a weapon that does a thing. And let me just blast dudes.
I'm sick of proc gen loot, and I'm sick of fucking skill trees that like it's such a slap in the face. You get enough XP to, like, I don't know, get a new node on your loot tree or on your skill tree or whatever. And it's like plus 2% crit chance or like plus 4% defense. Who gives a fuck, dude?
Every game that has a skill tree with a crit chance, it's like they're so terrified to let you do something awesome that it's always like, you can spend 5 points in this thing and it'll raise your crit chance up to 1 in 50
attacks will do a crit. Great.
Cool. So like, maybe I could do some kind of weird off build. It's always super fucking disappointing. Cyberpunk has a big skill tree issue where there's like 8 fucking trees and they all have abilities that are like some are obvious, like, blunt weapons do 20% more damage. Okay,
sure. I feel like 20% is like in where we're in the ballpark of like, that's meaningful. You'll notice that.
Yeah. Like I'm trying to make this build, but like so many are like,
and that's still kind of cheap in like a number go up kind of way.
Exactly.
We're talking about that. We like number go up, even though we understand it's kind of a cheap way to make us like something.
Yeah, and I can dig it, and it's just so much of the stuff is super meaningless.
Yeah.
When I went to like a QA testing thing for God of War. Like, they just brought in a bunch of randos to play it. And I thought I was going to have more input about how the game was coming together, but the game was basically done at this point.
Yeah.
They only really asked questions about the crafting system. And I was like, yeah, it's fine.
I need to let you know, I have not engaged with the crafting system a single time, nor do I intend to.
I think I did it like a couple times because they had asked us to.
Oh, okay. I think, you know what? Maybe I did exactly once just to see if there was anything good, and there wasn't.
Yeah, because you can get like some moderately better weapons, but the game is not super hard.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, exactly. Like normal mode, it's not challenging enough to warrant that. And the give me God of War, I think, is the highest level. And like I started on that and then kind of realized, like, or maybe it was the next one down. I started on like whatever hard mode was and went like, this doesn't really feel like more of a challenge. It just makes me it's just making me hit the same enemy more times.
Yeah.
And I don't like that kind of hard mode. I don't find that very fulfilling or satisfying. So I just kind of turned it back to normal.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't like, oh, they just have more health now.
Yeah.
You know, like
just wailing on the same fucking enemy in a corner for like 3 minutes.
Yeah. And they do slightly more damage and all that. It's
Yeah. And like there were some challenging bits, and like I went and did one of the Valkyrie fights. And that was like, you know, I died a decent amount of times, but like then I kind of figured out a strategy and I got it. Like that was good. That was satisfying.
Yeah.
Like as far as action games go, it's certainly not like super deep or anything like that, but like it's fun. I think it's a good fun beat 'em up. Like, you know, your swings are weighty and your decisions matter to some degree.
Yeah.
Parrying feels good. You know?
Solid story and all that too.
Yeah. It's the
I
story
really appreciated
is
that.
We talked about it. The story is like, what's the word? It's jaggedy, I guess. Like there's the part where again, more spoilers, Atreus finds out that he's a god and he goes like just a fucking switch flips in him like, I'm going to be a sociopath serial killer now. And then Kratos goes like, hey, stop that. And he's like, I'm a god. I can do whatever. Fuck you. Fuck mom, dude. And then he like kills that one guy. And then you're fighting Baldur. And then you see the like, you end up in hell. And there's like these flashbacks of what Atreus was doing like half an hour ago. And he's like, wow, I was being a dick. My bad. All right. I'm done with that, I suppose. And we're just back to normal. We hardly even talk about it. It's just, all right, he's a good kid again.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not like I think it builds itself as more dramatic than it is. And it has some really good moments. But yeah it's no like I feel like Last of Us is maybe like really long, but a very like cohesive narrative for what it's trying to do. God of War is definitely like not quite there, but still really good.
Yeah, because like God of War, I feel like God of War and Last of Us kind of like God of War wouldn't exist the way that it does now without Last of Us. I think, like mechanically speaking. But in like Last of Us 1 anyway is like a pretty tight, like, you know, you can like we played through that before we got to God of War. Me and Felicia, and like it was I think maybe 11 hours like total, and that was you know, like I wasn't speed running the shit, I was, you know, being leisurely looking around, stuff like that, and like but like they managed to tell like a really tight cohesive story, like you were saying, like throughout. There was very little me asking like, you know, why is this character acting like this when they were completely different a second ago and stuff like that. Not the case with God of War. Like God of War, like at multiple points made me go like, did I miss a cutscene? Like what's going on here? Why is this happening? Like maybe there was some dialogue that was supposed to happen on the boat that I just didn't happen to get to or something like that. Yeah. There's a lot of like, the boat dialogue's a big part of the narrative there. It's not timed out super well either. Like sometimes like I'll get to my destination and the characters are like a third of the way through an anecdote on the boat. And I'm like, well, I'm going to skip this entire expository dialogue, or I'm just going to sit here on the canoe right by the place I'm supposed to depart and like just sit there while they finish fucking yapping. And like sometimes it's important dialogue, you know?
Yes. Yeah.
It's crazy.
I was like wondering why she was out here.
Yeah, she's meowing. So if you guys want to take a break real quick.
Got a bean break.
Bean break. Yeah. New cat. Really jazzed about that one.
I got a new cat.
Yeah. She's really cute. I think Instagram's Miss Anya Bean. Miss Anya Bean. If you need kitty cat photos.
There you go.
Always be plugging.
Yeah, always be plugging. That's right. Yeah. On our grind here.
Yeah.
Making mogul moves. Battle School Dropouts. Got that Mamba mentality.
We're gonna get the Kadaiko sponsorship. We're gonna get the Anya Bean Instagram to blow up.
It's 2023 and we are getting that bag. That's what's going on.
Yeah. Battle School Dropouts. We've been too broke this entire time. It's time to make some fucking money.
Hell yeah.
Let's get that. Let's get that fucking 10K a month Patreon. How do we? Can we just have that, please?
Yeah. Someone hook it up.
Yeah. Honestly, real talk. I just want to be 100% with the audience right now. If you just got an extra 10K kicking around, you could give it our way.
If you're like a wealthy benefactor, you're looking for two dumbasses with an anime podcast to give money to on a regular basis, get a set.
Listen, everybody at home, subscribe, give us $10,000.
Perfect.
Just a month. I'm just looking for 10K a month.
It's not too much, honestly.
It's a manageable amount of money.
Yeah.
You don't need that 10K. That's all I'm getting at.
No,
we do.
Yeah. Think about the needy, us. But yeah, that's what I've been doing.
No, I like it. I like God of War. God of 4 a lot.
God of 4.
Yeah.
I've heard Dad of Boy. I've never heard God of 4.
Dad of Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's a fun one.
Yeah. I do like Kratos' voice quite a bit.
Yes.
That just rumbly like boy. Every like 30 seconds. Love it.
That was a good Kratos.
Thank you.
Kratos boy. Yeah.
Pretty much every time he says it, I say it back. Ragnarok, God of War Ragnarok came out recently, so I think we're gonna jump on that one pretty soon.
Yeah, I feel like I heard people say it's good, and then I didn't hear anything about it.
The impression that I've gotten from people I follow who have played it is like it's more 2018, but like more of what you wanted out of it. Like there's actual bosses and shit. Like instead of having to fight that same ogre like 13 times.
That fucking ogre.
There's one really cool part. I'm gonna say minor spoilers again, and I'm gonna say it to you too. Do you mind if I spoil a bit of God of War Ragnarok?
I'll allow it.
Okay. There's a part where Kratos and Thor are fighting because Thor is like the big bad of this one.
Oh yeah.
And like you're doing a quick time event, like, you know, mash circle to like they got their weapons like clashed, and like you're mashing circle to try and like out strength him or whatever. And Thor ends up like batting your axe away, and he just cracks Kratos across the jaw with Mjolnir, and Kratos goes down, and like it does the game over screen where it like gives you a tip and like it starts loading, and then all of a sudden that goes away, and Thor has like jammed his hammer into your chest and is like electrocuting Kratos back to life so he can keep beating the shit out of him.
That rules
it's so cool.
Much.
It's
Holy
so
shit.
That one clip made me go from like, yeah, who gives a fuck to like, yeah, okay, I'll play this eventually.
Yes. Yeah. Oh my God, that rules.
It's so sick.
That's so fucking good. That was my biggest beef with that game. I think God of War was like really fun, but the repetitive boss fights and the fact that Baldur fight in the beginning where it's like you're just launching each other from like area to area.
Hands down the coolest part of the game.
Coolest part. Yeah. Yeah.
And it makes you go like, oh boy, if this is so cool, 15 minutes into the game, gosh, I wonder where we're going to be headed now. What great heights will we see? No, you saw it already. That's it.
Yeah. That's one of the coolest boss fights I've ever seen in a video game.
Yeah.
It's like Revengeance levels of just like absurdity, and I love it.
Yeah.
And so I was very disappointed that was kind of a one-off fun thing.
Yeah, and then every other time it's time to fight a boss, it's like, hey, you remember that ogre or the troll at the beginning with the big fucking pillar?
Yeah.
I want to fight that again.
Dude.
What if he has like lightning powers this time? But it's the same asset.
I was so mad that they kept reusing it, because the first time you kill that ogre and like you beat you kill him with his own pillar and stuff, that rules.
It's the same kill animation every
time.
You'd think Kratos would at least come up with new ways to kill the same fucking thing.
It's like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, I guess.
Yeah, like from a warrior's perspective, that's probably the best way to handle it. But like from the perspective of a guy who wants to see the freaks get killed in new and interesting ways, very boring.
I know. Yeah. You got 100 different ways that you could do it.
Yeah.
And I get it. Animating's hard.
Yeah.
You know, like all of that stuff takes a lot of resources.
But like, I feel like one of the main, like maybe the main pull of God of War 2018 is like, check out how good we can animate things.
You know, that's a good point.
Like God of War in general is like, hey, check out how cool this like very violent thing is. Don't it look neat?
Yeah.
You know? Like God of War, all three of them, like the coolest parts, I think, like the original trilogy, the coolest parts, I think, are like the quick time event fucking kill animations and stuff.
Absolutely.
Watch me rip off Hermes' ears or wings and like jam them in his ears or whatever. I didn't actually play the originals. I've just seen clips. But, yeah.
I really liked that you could grab harpies and like you would put them on the ground, foot on their back, and then you'd rip off their wings.
Yeah.
And if you were playing on, maybe it didn't work on hard mode, but like whatever the grab button was, if there were harpies around, you could just spam that. So you're just ripping wings off every single guy.
Yeah. It's like, it's fun watching people get hurt bad.
Yeah.
In video games, in fantasy situations.
Yes. Oh God. I hate when you're watching a video online and somebody gets killed.
Yeah. I hate that.
I hate that. I watched this video. It was like an airplane and I was like, oh, okay. It's like flying. It's like kind of doing its thing. Okay. And it like lands and then tips and then explodes. And I was like, I just watched a man die.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I didn't want this.
Yeah. Watching real people get hurt in any way. Aside from like, I don't know, getting hit in the nuts a little bit and they go like, that's fun sometimes.
Yeah.
But even that's like, you know, you feel the sympathy pain, you know?
Yeah. I can watch videos of like sport fails or whatever. Like
Sure.
somebody goes to do a kickflip and they biff it.
Yeah.
You know,
Or
that
like
kind of
cool like
stuff.
knockout compilations and like MMA or whatever. That's neat.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
that stuff's cool.
The guy who does like the wall run in the fucking UFC octagon and then kicks a guy across the face. So sick.
Yeah, it's kind of it's consensual violence,
Yeah,
right?
it
Like
is.
even if you're biffing a skateboard trick, you bought
signed
in,
up for
yeah,
it.
you signed up for this,
Yeah.
right? Versus like pedestrian hit by a car.
Yeah, no,
You
that's
know?
never fun. I
That's
don't like
never
that.
fun.
I have like this phobia. And I don't even know that it's a phobia. I think it's a pretty like realistic fear that like I'm gonna like do something like painful and embarrassing in public. Like remember that video of this is like Oliver Vine years
Mhm.
ago. Like the guy, he's walking out of 7-Eleven with like a big ass fucking Slurpee and he like falls and like just it explodes on him and he goes shit like
Yeah.
and it was like everywhere and people were like making remixes of it and stuff. I'm terrified of that happening to me. Like me being the Slurpee guy. And then that I'm just like immortalized for this like embarrassing moment.
Well, you know, there's always that like everybody has their 15 minutes of fame,
Yeah.
right? And it's can you make the most of it?
Yeah.
And
And that guy didn't. I
that
don't
guy
think he
that's
made
the
any
best
money
you
off
get.
of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like I think about there was a kid who was like, I like corn or
Yeah,
whatever.
Corn Kid. He's got a job now. That kid's like 7 years old. He's fucking a spokesperson for corn.
Yeah, dude. And like everybody was like, I'm so fucking tired of Corn Kid. But I'm like, that kid's making money while he can because nobody's going to give a shit about Corn Kid in 3 months.
Yeah. I mean, I sure hope that like that benefits him in a real profound way. Like I hope his
Yeah.
college is paid for, his first house is paid for, that whole thing.
Absolutely.
If he just ends up getting Gary Coleman out of all his money, like that's gonna suck.
Dude, yeah, because that's always the thing with like child actors or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, it's like the parents are like, well, we just made a bunch of money off our kid.
Time to
What
hit the
if-
slots.
Yeah, what if we hit the slots and did a lot of drugs?
Yeah. I sure hope that doesn't happen to him.
Yeah, I hope everything's okay, Corn Kid.
I'm not levying any accusations at Corn Kid's parents. I don't know anything about that situation.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I hope this like weird stardom that we're putting on a young child is like going to benefit him in a real way. You know, that's all I
Yes.
mean.
Yeah.
Um,
So, hey, speaking of stardom for young children, we watched the first 6 episodes of Blue Lock
you are
today.
killing it with these. I feel like you did a similar transition in the last couple episodes. Like you're just, these segues, love it.
Yeah, if I bring one thing to the podcast, it's that. It's obscure. It's Yu-Gi-Oh knowledge and this.
That's all we need.
and specifically Yu-Gi-Oh anime knowledge. I don't know shit about the card game.
I played some of the Master Duel game on PC. That was fun.
Yeah, I downloaded that on my phone, and
Too much of a boomer to know what fucking like pendulum summons and shit are, but
that's why I like speed duels. It's just dead simple. I know what polymerization does. Like I was playing it, and they're like trying to tell me, here's how you do Xyz summons. Here's how you do da-da-da.
is that how you pronounce it? Xyz?
That's how I've heard it online.
Wow.
I watch a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh videos. I learn a lot about the card game, but I'll get a card and it'll say, when this card is flip summoned, do this. I'm like, so if they attack it, does that count? Because there's other cards that just say like Man-Eater Bug, flip, destroy target monster.
I think flip summon is like you have to flip it.
Do
like,
it? See,
that's my
I
understanding.
don't know because Yu-Gi-Oh is so complicated.
Yeah.
But the anime is simple.
Yeah.
And I love me a good, simple shonen anime. Kind of like what we had today with Blue Lock.
That's right.
Double transition.
Wow.
Yeah.
2 for the prize. You got a BOGO today. Sac anime special.
You're welcome, everybody.
So yeah, Blue Lock. This
Blue Lock.
is my crazy that in a season with Mob Psycho 100 season 3, fucking Chainsaw Man, Bocchi the Rock, a whole bunch of like just stellar fucking shit came out this season. I think Blue Lock might be my pick for like my favorite, the thing I've enjoyed the most this anime season.
Yeah. I've really, because I've watched Chainsaw Man and Spy Family this season,
Mhm.
and I've loved both of them. But Blue Lock is like working its way in there in a way that I was not prepared for.
It's like it's that kind of intense that like you don't really, that like you kind of only get out of sports anime. Like there's the heights of this kind of feel like the heights of Hajime no Ippo to me, where it's like it's just about a kid kicking a ball real hard, but like it's getting me in the fucking spirit, dude. Like I have fucking tears in my eyes when Chigiri does the running thing at the. It's so good.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of what I really like about this show. Like, what I really like about it is that there's like it is kind of like in a lot of ways your stereotypical shonen anime, but because it's football or soccer,
football,
it's like it's a little bit different.
Mhm.
So like you're not just watching dudes battle for the 100th time.
Yeah.
But also it's nailing every like shonen note that like so many shows like just whiff on. Like the music kicks in at the right time and the music's really good.
Yeah.
And that just takes it to the next level. You know,
they've got, people are reaching new heights, discovering new abilities. There's betrayal, and there's the joy of winning and the sorrow of defeat, the epic highs and lows of high school football. We got everything.
Yeah.
Little what's that shit? The Archie fucking show.
Riverdale.
The
Archie
Riverdale
fucking
reference.
show.
Yeah, that one. When's the Sonic cameo? Huh? We have Sabrina in an episode. We're not gonna have Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah, honestly, missed opportunity.
Fucking up, fumble in the bag here.
Get weird, ugly Sonic in there too. You know?
I mean, there's like probably hundreds of weird, ugly Sonics in the Archie Sonic comic because his character design changes constantly, like practically every issue. Like sometimes he has like freakishly long quills that like go like they'd be laying on the ground if he was standing still. Sometimes he's just got like big freaky bug eyes. One time they get like everybody gets really sick and there's just like gross green mucus everywhere. There's all sorts of weird fucky shit that happens in the Archie comics.
Oh my god!
Princess Sally fucks a skunk at one point, according to Ken Penders.
I really want to read the Ken Penders like anthology.
Why Ken Penders cameo in Riverdale? This is it.
Oh,
this is how I win.
This is how I win. Well, let's give a lowdown on what Blue Lock is about in case anybody's listening to this despite not watching it.
Yes.
You want to give a little synopsis here?
I got it. So Isagi Yoichi is a second-year high school soccer player who just lost the big game. They were going to go to nationals if he hit this goal, he was going to tie it up and they were going to go to nationals. But he decides, because he's a team player, to pass it to this dumbass on his right. And that dude misses an easy fucking goal and they've lost. And that's it for the year. The third years are going to go on to college. Their dreams are dead. It's just over for everybody. And then Isagi and 299 other bright young high school soccer athletes get invited to this Blue Lock initiative, where this ex-pro soccer player named something Ego, right? Junpei?
I think it's Junpei. Let me break out the manga.
Consulting the manga. Yeah,
well, his last name is Ego. Or as they say, Ego.
They say Ego. Lego my Ego.
Lego my Ego. Come on, manga. Don't let me down. Oh,
Jinpachi. I feel like I was close with Junpei.
Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah, it could be worse. So anyway, Jinpachi Ego has this like really cracked out new idea on how to create the perfect striker who's going to take the Japanese national team to like win the World Cup.
Because
at some point,
that's the whole dream. Is that
because that's never happened apparently.
Yeah.
Japan
wants to win the World Cup, but they have a team that's perfect at passing, but they just don't have the striker to make it work.
Like his hypothesis is that like because Japan is such like a collectivist society, everybody's all for following rules and cooperating and stuff like that. Nobody has the fucking balls to be the world's greatest striker like Messi or Ronaldo or
Pele.
Yeah. Bend it like Beckham. Nobody can bend it like Beckham.
Nobody can bend
goddamn problem.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's his belief is that if he can create like the world's greatest egotist, he can create the world's greatest striker.
Exactly. And so this is he basically created soccer Hunger Games or the soccer battle royale.
Yeah.
Soccer Danganronpa, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, it's basically everybody's just kind of in their own little like pods, and it's like you could lose your soccer career for, because if you lose in Blue Lock,
Yeah, if you get eliminated.
if you die in Blue Lock, you die in real life.
Exactly.
You can never represent Japan on like a big stage.
Yeah. And they're a little vague about that. I assume that just means you can't join the like Japan like team for the World Cup. But like, I don't think that means that you could never play soccer professionally. It's just like you have a cap on where you could go.
But they treat it like that. Like everybody is basically acting like if they lose or get kicked out, they're dead.
Yeah. And like, I mean, I don't know a whole lot about sports, but like, as I understand, we've talked about this. It's like, it's pretty customary for teams to, yoink players from other countries that they can afford or whatever. Felicia's cousin plays for a Japanese basketball team, actually. So it's like, I feel as though you could probably still play soccer professionally and do a very good job and have the time of your life if you fail out of Blue Lock. But as far as these guys are concerned, for these all intents and purposes, if you fail out of Blue Lock, you're fucking dead. Yeah. You're going to go work at a goddamn convenience store and just rot in mediocrity for the rest of your days.
Absolutely. And I love that sort of tension in there, that it's so fucking extreme.
Yeah.
It's excellent.
Yeah. It's okay.
It's and I guess that's kind of the thing with the first couple episodes. I was like, this show's getting a hard end on me, because everything, they're kind of setting it up, right? And like in the first episode, there's like the soccer game that kind of kicks it all off. And then they play later in the episode, they play tag, where basically if you get hit with the ball, you're it.
Yep.
And whoever's it at the end, it gets kicked out. And like the animation's really good during that part, but I was expecting it to be like, oh, this is going to be like just incredible, like one shot, do all this stuff. And it's fine. Yeah. It does all that stuff. So I was like, okay, whatever. When they start playing fucking soccer in like episode 3 or 4,
3, I think.
Yeah. And like they have to like win this tournament or whatever.
Yeah. End of episode 2, I think, maybe.
Something like that.
Yeah. I think that is it.
That's where it's like, oh, hold on. I see what the show's doing.
Yeah.
This is really good.
Totally.
Yeah.
And like, it's interesting because in episode 2, they kind of, Ego talks about like rebuilding soccer from zero. And like, he tells them that like, well, these forwards and centers and goalies and all that, like we made those roles up because like, that's what works for soccer out in the real world. But right now we're in Blue Lock. So like, figure out what works for you. And he kind of has them rediscover for themselves why it is that they have to work as a team and like fulfill different roles and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Which is a strange thing when he's trying to raise the ultimate striker, but we'll get into it.
Well, and that's the thing that I think is really interesting about the show is that, everybody's like, it's not a school for, this isn't the Duelist Academy of soccer. These people are all competing for the same role, essentially.
There's one opportunity to succeed here. Like 299 people will fail.
Yeah. And it's to be a, forward. It's to be a striker in soccer, which I got to say also, striker is like the coolest name.
That is the coolest name.
Yeah.
I don't really know like what's the striker equivalent in like basketball or hockey?
I'm trying to think of like, I mean, I guess I'm the wrong guy, but I'm the dunker.
I get people say slugger in baseball, but I feel like that's kind of different. Everybody has to hit the ball.
Yeah.
Ace,
and even then you're a hitter, really. Like, because like you have designated hitters and stuff like that.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
I can't think. Linebacker isn't that cool. Quarterback isn't cool.
Like linebacker, I mean, those are just like roles. That's just like that's the thing you do. Like, what's the star of an American football team? I don't know.
Quarterback.
Well, I guess like categorically, the guy who throws the ball a lot.
Yeah.
Tom Brady.
And quarterback does not fill me with any kind of excitement like the word striker.
Yeah, that is way cooler.
Come
up with cooler anime names.
They should have like names like that for every position in soccer. I think it would be a lot more exciting.
Yeah.
Goalie, keeper.
You need a spotter.
An
operative.
A
closer. Finisher.
Ooh.
Yeah.
They have closers in baseball, I guess.
That sounds right.
Yeah, if you're like the last pitcher, you're there to like wrap up the game. You're a closer.
Okay, that makes sense.
Let's end this game.
We'll say I think I can speak for both of us. Neither of us are like, we don't follow any sports clearly.
Yeah.
But this is a pro sports podcast.
Yes.
We We are
Love
not
sports.
the dorks who go sports ball. Like, I think we both think sports are pretty neat.
Yeah,
Even
I
if
like
we
sports.
don't follow them particularly closely.
Yeah, I'll watch whatever's on.
Yeah.
But so that was the other thing with this anime. Like, I was giving it the first couple episodes hard. I also really don't care about soccer. Like,
Yeah.
like I'll
This
watch
makes
it.
me want to care about soccer. Like, if soccer was this intense, or like even just like action wise, like this intense, I'd probably watch a lot more soccer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the key with soccer, it's kind of like Formula One. Like, if you can find out about the drama in the background leading into the match,
That would make it a lot more interesting.
it's a lot more interesting.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, if you're just kind of watching a game, I mean, it's 90 minutes and the final score is going to be 1-0.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Just a lot of
never
back
that
and forth.
exciting. Mhm.
Yeah. Just make the field like a quarter of the size. Or make
Absolutely.
it shrink every 10 minutes like Fortnite.
A
There
true
you go.
battle royale soccer.
Exactly. Yeah. Liven things up a little bit. And if somebody is caught faking an injury, red card immediately.
Oh, dude, I know. That is the big thing that stops me from soccer is like a guy bumps another dude and then he like flies back 20 feet like, oh,
Yeah.
how could this happen?
And the thing, like, look, if you're gonna, I know that, you know, sports can be sleazy and you gotta, like, you know, you play the rules, you know, but like, you have if your guys are gonna be scumbags like that and they're gonna flop every time somebody bumps into them, like, have them watch some pro wrestling or something. Learn how to sell an injury. Like,
Yes.
it's pathetic. All right?
Yeah.
Make me believe it.
Yeah. I always hate to, like, the guy will do the injury, go down like, oh, my leg. Oh, it's totally fucked. The bumper gets a red card and then the guy just, okay, yeah, I'm good.
All
Powers
right.
back up. And nobody's like, oh, yeah, that was clearly fake. It's
Obviously,
like,
yeah.
nope. The guy injured the other guy. Red card.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lame.
It's not fun to watch.
No, but this anime is fucking
Blue
cool to
Lock.
watch.
How-
Yeah. So let's talk about rather than going episode by episode, let's kind of talk about in the first 6 episodes there are 2 matches
Yeah.
that they play. And basically they're in like a round robin tournament with 5 teams
Mhm.
and they need to win at least 2. If you lose 2 of your games, you're out.
Yeah.
So, oh boy, the stakes are there, you know?
Definitely.
But also, if you're the top scorer on your team, you get to move on even if your team gets knocked out. So there's like
Exactly.
this, I really like this dynamic of like everybody's an egotist. You're told to be an egotist.
Mhm.
You have an incentive to score as many points as possible, but you need to work as a team in order to win.
Yeah. There's a real tension there that we see play out in various ways.
Yeah.
Also, I want to make an addendum. I know like bajillions of people play soccer. I bet there's some dope ass soccer games out there. It's just not really happening on like the world's biggest stage because there's all this like money and influence at play and stuff like that. Don't mean to dump on all of soccer. I just don't know where the good shit is.
I do.
Put that out.
I'll dump on all of soccer.
There you go. He's
Take
the anti-soccer man.
World, you think you have a sport that you all can enjoy? Well, I'm not having it.
Yeah. Stop having fun.
Stop having fun. Stop enjoying yourselves and liking your own teams.
Exactly. Bend it like Beckham. Good movie though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I do wish I could be more into soccer because it is really cool that like the entire world is into it.
Yeah, I like
just-
the concept of it. You know, there's
Yeah.
a lot of athleticism at play and stuff, like a lot of agility and coordination and stuff that I think is really neat.
Yeah.
Like watching somebody who can like do that thing where they bounce the ball all over the place. You know what I'm talking about? Like juggling, pretty much.
yeah.
With their feet and such. Very
Yes.
impressive. Really
Yeah.
cool. I like it when they do that.
And watching people like mix other people up, like while they're
Yeah.
dribbling and all that. It's always
Pulling off some nutmegs,
Some nutmeg.
heel flips or heel flicks.
That was the fucking funniest thing watching this episode. He's like, he pulled a nutmeg. He pulled another nutmeg.
a
It's like,
double nutmeg.
what the fuck's a nutmeg?
Yeah, it seems to be when they go between the legs.
Yeah, like if I kick it between your legs to
Yeah.
get past you,
Yeah,
go around you, that's a nutmeg.
seems that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like your nuts are between your legs. I guess.
Yeah, and you just got fucking megged, nerd.
Yeah, the mega nut.
You just got mega nutted,
Because
idiot.
yeah, get me some pumpkin puree and a pie crust because we got the. I don't want to finish this joke anyway. Episode. Jesus,
So-
been baking pies lately. It's been fun. I've been learning to bake a little bit. Made some great sweet potato pies for Thanksgiving.
So first tournament first match that they're in.
Yeah.
They can't cooperate as a team.
Yeah. And what's worse, the god ogre of soccer is their opponent.
Oh my God.
The Akuma of the Blue Lock.
Yeah. I have written down in my notes that like when they lose, what's his name? Ichigo. Wait, what's the main character's name?
Isagi.
That's it. When Isagi like passes the ball and they score a point and the game's over, it's like 5-1 or whatever.
Yeah.
But they got that point because of Isagi. The guy goes up to him and he's like, "You have no talent."
Like, yeah.
Like,
you suck.
Like if you're too much of a coward to take the shot yourself, you have no talent.
Yeah.
Like,
That guy's so cool. I like he only shows up a little bit more in the rest of season 1. I can say right now.
Yeah.
But like every time he's on the screen, it's like the fucking raid boss showed up. It's so good.
Yeah, I like that the first match that they have, they actually lose because then the stakes are not only higher, but now there's like these other players that you're like, oh, I got to watch out for those guys in the future.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. The second match too, where they play the guys against the red jerseys, and there's the what do they call him? Fucking Mr. Bangs.
Oh, you what was it? You bastard with bangs or something?
You bastard with bangs.
The bang bastard, yeah.
Yeah, the bang bastard.
He's got hair in his face. You can't see his eyes. But we haven't mentioned one of the main pulls of this show is that like everybody, when they get serious, they get their game face on and their eyes do this like spirally like death stare type thing.
Yeah.
It's always really fucking cool. Every single time. And this guy's doing that, but you can't see it because he's got hair in his face.
Yeah, he's got shaggy eyes.
Yeah.
And you don't really see his eyes until the end.
Yeah.
But yeah, that whole battle is really interesting because they're like finally starting to like coordinate and figure stuff out.
Yeah.
And it's like just a straight up like good match.
Yeah.
You know? That's
when Isagi really kind of comes into his own because like the bang bastard is like he's a strategist. He like, basically tells Isagi, like, I'm not all that athletic. I'm not like super fast or super strong. I can't shoot or dribble super crazy well, but I have great spatial awareness and like I know where to put the ball to get the next point and stuff like that. And Isagi kind of realizes mid-match that he has that exact same ability and that it can even exceed that of Bang Bastard.
Bang Bastard, yeah. And I love what they set up in this like second thing. Like everybody, what's your superpower?
Yeah.
Essentially, like it's peak like shonen sports anime where everybody has an ability.
Yeah. I mean, you need that like ensemble cast, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like Leonardo leads, Donatello does machines, and fucking Isagi's got the brains, and what's his ass with the orange hair can kick the ball real good.
Yeah.
And Bachira is really good at dribbling.
Yeah.
Etc.
Yeah, everybody's got their own power. And I think that makes it really interesting because all the characters on their team have like unique looks and I can like pick them out from each other.
You can definitely tell the main cast from the back, like the back line though. Like everybody's got like these kind of normal haircuts and like they're kind of nondescript and they're just sort of in the background going like, yeah, let's win this soccer game, guys. And then everybody's got like the bright colored hair and they're fucking doing all these crazy tricks and stuff.
Yeah.
I love it.
That's the funniest fucking thing. When the third team shows up that has the two brothers on
twins,
it. And the two brothers look like insane demon creatures.
Yeah. I love
and
it.
then everybody else on the team is just anime boys.
Yep.
Just normal as anime boys. It's like, oh, okay, I know who matters.
Perfect. Yeah, exactly. It communicates a lot to you right away.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love seeing why can't I remember I keep wanting to say Ichigo, but it's not Isagi. If I love seeing him kind of like figure out his thing.
Yeah.
His whole leading up to his like, I can't jump as high. I can't run as fast, but hold on. I can think good.
Yeah. Got a good brain.
I've got spatial awareness and it's good. And so it's fun seeing these guys come together as a team. It makes me sad knowing that they're not going to be a team forever.
Yeah.
And like, I think that's maybe my only beef with this show or whatever is that like it's kind of on the grimmer side of like the shonen battle anime.
Yeah, very true. I will say, however, like having finished the season, I haven't watched the episode that came out yesterday, but otherwise, I really like where it's going.
Yeah.
Like you're right. You're absolutely right. But like positive. Yeah.
Yeah. It's, and I mean, and I'll take it. It's definitely refreshing.
Yeah.
Like
I'm doing like the Jack Nicholson nod. Like, they're not going to be a team forever.
Yeah. Oh, no. Oh, no. Yeah. Well, and that's, I don't know. And that's, I think what I gravitate to with shonen stuff is not just really cool battles and like a guy just suddenly being like, you know, like I need to push myself further.
Yeah.
And then he does, and it's great.
Yeah.
But I also love the power of friendship.
Yeah.
And this show has it in a way that's I know is going to hurt me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I don't like your smile.
Oh, it's yeah. I'm really excited. That's like the first thing I'm going to do when I get home too and watch that next episode.
Oh fuck yeah. Yeah. And that third episode, or the third tournament, I should say, third match.
Third match. That's with the twins.
With the twins, yeah. I really like that one where Kuon like betrays them.
Yeah.
I did not see that coming at all.
Me neither. Completely. And like the thing is, so to catch the listener up, Kuon, one of the characters on the team, the one who can jump real high, he makes a deal with the opposing team. If they let him score 3 goals in the first half, he will give them all of his team's like strategies and everything, and give like basically flop to make like let them score 3 goals.
Yeah,
like in turn. So his team will lose, but because he's now the top scorer, because nobody has more than 1 goal at this point, he gets to continue.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, and I did not see it coming. But then when you look back, like you watch the OP and you look when the camera's going past all the characters and they look into the camera for a moment, he's doing like the evilest motherfucker smile. And it gets right past you every time until you're looking for it.
Yeah. And I love it because he's such a fun and friendly character.
Yeah.
And then when he goes for the betrayal, it's like, wow, that's really smart. Also, fuck you. Holy shit.
Yeah, he's the team mom pretty much.
Yeah, he's
until he goes bad.
Yeah, he's like the guy who's coming up with the strategies and things like that. Like Isagi is like there to kind of keep everybody together, but the strategy is not really like his thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So he was so fucking disappointed, but it was such a good twist.
Yeah.
Such a good twist.
So good.
Yeah. I loved Chigiri?
Chigiri, yeah.
Yeah, Chigiri, his whole torn ACL backstory that they get into.
Yeah. Yeah, he had an injury in a high school or a year ago or something like that. They said if you injure this leg again, you will like never run again or something. And his weapon, his like super ability is he can run like wicked fucking fast.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yeah, there's an incredible part where he's like, no, I have to be the best at soccer, and he like goes full like Sonic mode.
Yeah.
And he like kicks the ball, and they're like, who's he passing to? Oh, is he trying to pass to himself? So she like kicked the ball and is now going to run after it and like keep up with it. And even though he just launched it.
Yeah, because he can cross that distance so fast. Worth noting, that is in episode 7, which we technically we cheated because we left the show running while we like got the recording setup going and stuff like that. So oops.
Because that's the thing with episode 6 is
it ends on a cliffhanger.
And it's a really fucking good cliffhanger.
Yeah.
But I was like, well, I guess we could keep the rest of the episode going. And it fucking rules.
Yeah.
It's like Hajime no Ippo again. Like,
exactly.
Hold on. We got to watch the 7th episode now.
Yeah.
Because that was really fucking cool.
This anime has like gotten that. It's Hajime no Ippo and it's Kids on the Slope, I think, are the only other animes that have gotten that distinction so far.
Yeah. I think those are the only ones that we've been like, we got to watch episode 7.
Yeah. Nana got like the opposite of that. We watched the first episode twice.
I know. Yeah, we really only watched like 5 when you get down to it.
Yeah, realistically.
Yeah, that was such a weird choice. It's funny though that with both the sports anime that we've done on here, that not counting Super Yo-Yo.
Oh yeah.
Super
Yo-Yo's not a sport; it's a lifestyle.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. It's very much like that episode 6 cliffhanger is like, okay, let's just see because I feel like we've had cliffhangers in other shows before. Yeah. And we've just been like, yeah, who knows what's going to happen? Maybe we should talk about it.
Who knows? Yeah.
Episode 7, you know exactly what's going to happen because that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
Kuhan is like, oh, I sold all the information, but Chigiri never said what his special ability was.
Yeah.
Because he's been hiding it this whole time. And then when he goes fucking Super Saiyan, it's like the other team couldn't have prepared for this.
Yeah.
Oh!
Yeah.
Just it's like predictable in such a satisfying way.
Yeah,
Like,
it pulls it off perfectly.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, perfectly.
Yeah.
The music when it kicks in and everything is so good.
So good.
Yeah.
We were talking about this. Like, I like the soundtrack of not only just OP and EG, just like stuff that's happening in the background. Like every track is like they take on a bunch of different styles and like pull them all off very successfully. And like every track is like perfect for the occasion. Like that fucking trap beat that comes on when fucking Kuon betrays everybody.
Yeah.
So sick.
Yeah. And it's funny too, because I feel like most of the music is like you've even if you've never heard this song, you've heard it before.
Yeah.
Right. Like it's, just kind of like chugging heavy metal riffs and stuff like that. But it's just it's the execution of it, like where it comes in is like so fucking perfect. It's
good.
exactly what I want. It's the only thing, and I'm not expecting it to do it because I don't like to get my hopes up about this anymore. But the only thing it needs the intro to come in at one point when something cool is happening. I think the show might be too grim for something like that, but
I don't remember if that's I don't think it does.
That's
from the first season. Anyway.
That's just like if you want to go from A rank to like S rank, like you got to do something like that.
That like ending of Tokyo Ghoul season 1 type thing.
Yeah, or Hajime no Ippo.
Or Hajime no Ippo, yeah.
Which made like I kind of went from like whatever about that theme song to like I love this theme song.
Yeah,
because they used it in the during a climactic part.
They I think they do that for a training montage as well.
Training montage. Yeah, that's the big one.
How are you going to have a fucking boxing anything without training montages?
Training montage. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And it'll forever. We've said it before and we'll keep saying it. Jujutsu Kaisen, great show. Never used its theme song in a climactic moment.
Which sucks because the theme song rules.
It's like one of the best theme songs.
Yeah.
Like just incredible.
You got a fucking banger track by Eve. Yeah,
and you fucked up.
Yeah,
you fucked up. Jujutsu Kaisen.
That's how they fucked up,
and
that's why it didn't get number 1 on our rating thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Did it do better or worse than X Arms?
It was top 10 for sure. So definitely a lot better. Okay. Yeah, because X Arm was what 13?
Yeah, something like that. It was like dead middle or something.
It was exactly the middle.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think people know where we're going with the show. Is there anything else you want to talk about with it? I feel like we've just been gushing this whole time.
Kind of, yeah. Like it's everything I want out of a sports anime. I like those, the tension and like the teamwork stuff, like the different fucking ensemble cast members doing their cool shit, and they just keep getting better at the shit they're good at and having bigger challenges to beat, and they keep introducing more soccer freaks with different soccer freak abilities.
Soccer Freaks is the perfect fucking way.
This is Soccer Freaks, the show. This every single character without a boring hairstyle, he got that dog in him, We're just real fucked up kids playing soccer.
I grew up playing soccer next to the radiation factory, and that's how I gained the ability to jump 80 feet in the air.
Exactly. And it's perfect.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's so good.
I love it. And it just keeps doing that. And it takes a real turn at the like end of this, or like going into this new season, that I'm like just out of my mind excited for. And it's just staying great. So
one thing before we go into the review, we should mention the whole BL boy love element to it.
Oh sure, yeah, it's gay as fuck. Yeah,
yeah. A lot of good looking dudes.
In approval here. Yeah.
a lot of good looking dudes just being good looking dudes together.
And we got some locker room moments. We got some a lot of intense eye contact.
Yeah.
At one point, Bachira gets like an inch away from Isagi's face to talk about the monster inside of him that wants him to score a lot of goals. The monster inside me says, kick the ball at the goal and get it in the goal.
I can sense that monster inside you too.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, again, when anything competitive becomes, the more masculine it becomes, the more gay it becomes.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm here for it.
It's
I
funny
love it.
because like I showed Felicia Kuroko's basketball one time, and she like could not stop pointing out like how gay it was like the whole time. And like I have seen seasons of that show, and I was like, it's guys being dudes. What are you talking about? They're playing the fucking basketball. But like no, that show is like on second viewing, yeah, it's gay as fuck. This one, it's so apparent that I can't even miss it the first time. It's
yeah.
I'm not saying I'm resistant to gay stuff. I like gay stuff. It's just I'm oblivious to these things.
Yeah, because it's not. I was gonna say it's not billed as it, but there's definitely like a lot. I mean, like you were saying, like it's Blue Lock BL.
Yeah,
boy love.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's great. I mean, you know, people, the Fujos are always going to find their way in there. You know, you got your Haikyuus and your Prince of Tennises and stuff. Like they don't have to outright say it. They don't even have to like, you know, romance doesn't have a place on the pitch, on the field, you know, but you know,
yeah,
it's there and it's obvious.
Yeah. Big fan.
Yeah.
Big fan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's fucking Blue Lock,
Yeah.
I think. I think we got it locked up right there.
There it is.
So we got our rating system. I'll just go through the rant anyways. Keep watching, and total garbage.
Yep.
Where are you at with Blue Lock?
I keep watching it already. I
yeah.
have keep watching it.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, you've already figured, you've already sorted it out. And it's one of the rare shows where you can give it a keep watching rating, and it's true.
Yeah, because I am going to keep watching it.
And you have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been like, this is the only anime, well, one of two only animes of 2022 that I like watched weekly.
Oh, yeah.
Saturday comes around, it's time to watch the new fucking Blue Lock. Yeah.
No, and I can definitely appreciate that because yeah, this is a really good. I should have started it sooner. Really,
it's great.
Yeah. Everybody was kind of like, Blue Lock's really good. Blue Lock's really good. I'm like, oh well, it's about soccer. Who cares? Yeah. No, this is definitely a keep watching for me too. I mean, we literally did while we were setting up microphones and stuff. Just like, hold on, this is actually really cool.
Yeah. A good sports anime can make you give a shit about the sport regardless of what it is.
Yeah.
Like Yuri on Ice made me like ice skating. Fuck it. There's a badminton anime I watched a couple years ago. Made me care about badminton.
Yeah.
You know, Haikyuu. I need to get back to Haikyuu or something because I can't believe I watched some of that and still don't give a fuck about volleyball. You know, but I'll get there. That's on me. I'll get better. I'll do better.
Yeah. I'm so disappointed in your lack of love for volleyball.
Yeah, I'll get there.
Well, perfect. Yeah, I think keep watching. One of the best things we've watched this. Honestly, we've watched a lot of really good stuff.
Oh yeah.
Like.
But the next time we do a rating, like this is gonna go really high. Yeah.
I mean, this has been a good fucking year for Battle School Dropouts and just anime in general.
Definitely.
I mean, fuck, dude.
The other anime of 2022 that I actually kept up with also aired on Saturdays, Bocchi the Rock. I don't know that we'll ever do an episode on it, but strong recommend to you and to the audience.
Yeah. Bocchi the Rock seems really cute. I know Bernadette wants to watch it.
Yeah. It's a great time. It does have kind of, it's mostly like cutesy and like comedy type stuff, but like it does have some like real, like it's not quite the same style as Blue Lock, but like some real, like, you know, overcoming some big challenges type moments that like really got me. You know?
Bocchi, you've got to play guitar through this soccer game.
I mean, yeah. She's got to do the thing, and boy does she.
Otherwise, you're going to get kicked out of band law,
and she'll never be able to play guitar in the World Cup for Japan.
Yeah. I would hate to lose that.
Yeah, that would suck. Yeah.
There's my stomach.
Oh, nice.
Well, I guess we can start wrapping up here. Bakari, how can people? No, I'm going to cut you off there. Hey, if you liked this podcast, if you enjoy what we do, subscribe to the channel. We're on Podbean if you're watching this on YouTube.
Yep.
We're on YouTube if you're listening to this on Podbean.
Yeah.
I think I got that right.
Yeah, that sounds right. On Spotify. We're not on iTunes.
Yeah. Just can't get it to work.
We're very anti-Apple, apparently.
Yeah, apparently. Yeah. Hey, Steve Jobs, sort your shit out.
Yeah. Yeah, Steve Jobs. Yeah.
But yeah, we're on those things. And if you got an extra $10K or a $5 Kodaiko gift card, we're for sale.
Yeah. Only those two amounts.
Yep, that's all you get. Bakari, how can people track down what you're doing?
You can go to soundcloud.com/octomammoth, which I still haven't updated. It's been over a year since I posted a track publicly. I posted tracks privately, but you can't see or hear them. Nor
Damn,
will you.
You're selling it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. People are going to go to that first, I think. Before they even subscribe to the channel, they're going to go check out my defunct fucking SoundCloud. But yes, I make all the music for the show we're doing here. And yeah, you can also follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/8mammoth. I have 70. I counted them up to 80. What did I say? 70 or 80. I counted up the spam bots following me, and I got a fuckload of them. So if you are a spam bot, then particularly one with like an OnlyFans link in the bio or something, and an eggplant emoji in your display name, go and follow me on Twitter.
Yeah,
I won't block you because I want my follower count to get past 300 before the site implodes. Yep.
Yeah, I'm in a similar boat. I'm Hentai Pizza Lord on Twitter, and I'm also being followed by spam accounts, not just the weird, obviously like semi-porn ones, but also just, Richard Michelson, like with no fucking picture or whatever. Like who are these people? Their like bio is like 16 OFQR BF. Like, what did the bot explode while doing this?
I have to wonder if maybe like one of those, spam bot servers or whatever, however it works, like it got abandoned and like the AI is just like running amok or something. I get like almost exclusively female names, but like it is just like some of the, like a lot of them are like first name, middle initial, last name. So like Susan J. Richardson, and then it's like obviously a picture just stolen off of somebody's Instagram or something like that, and like no bio. No followers.
Yeah, I got a few that I don't know. Because I also got a bunch of like NFT spam from like bots and stuff too.
Yeah.
So I think everything I'm hearing is that Elon Musk really wants to stop bots, which means the opposite has happened because he's dumb as shit. So there's just so. Anyways, if you're a bot, follow us too. If you got 10K and you're a bot, we're for sale.
If you're Elon Musk, if you want us to stop calling you a dumbass, just 10,000 a month, easy.
Yeah, easy. Yeah. Come on, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, come on, it's pocket change. Come on.
Well, maybe not anymore. The guy's probably got to be broke as hell. But you could make one more bad investment. Exactly. Come on, buddy. Come on.
We'll probably piss you off less than having spent $44 billion on Twitter. So, probably.
Yeah.
We'll do our best.
Exactly. But, yeah, we'll limit the sad divorced dad energy you have. We'll only talk about it like once or twice an episode.
Exactly.
As opposed to any other episode where we'll be the free game.
We'll be the cool and hip Ryan Gosling to your sad and desperate Steve Carell and crazy stupid love. And we'll teach you how to be cool and also how to appreciate what you have with your wife.
There you go.
Except not with Grimes. She left you and she's not coming back. Sorry.
Yeah. She's never coming back.
Yeah.
You need to hear those words, buddy. Well, anyways, excellent episode, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's nice to be recording again.
Good to be back.
Yeah. Well, anyways,
23.
Now that fucking Sacanime is over, I'm gonna go sleep for like 20 hours.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Time to recover.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night.